What's going on, everybody? Kyle Maddox here with DSP. Wanted to do a short little video here concerning the Mac OS X and using Deep Sky Stacker and Registax with that with this operating system. What's going on, everybody? So some of you may know, some of you may not know that when you're doing astrophotography, certain programs are used to take the exposures and basically process them so that it brings out the detail, which is another term for it is called stacking. And with planetary cameras and stuff like that, you would use something like Registax. But today I'm going to go over installing Deep Sky Stacker onto a Mac OS X, which, if you already have heard of the program, then you know that it's Windows only. And without running boot camp or parallels on my Mac, which would significantly slow it down, which I don't need for running a program like DSS, as it uses a lot of CPU. What we're going to do is use an app called let's see, Winery, but they do make others like Wine Bottler, which basically puts the Windows executable into a wrapper which allows the Mac OS X to read it as a DMG file. So this is the first time I've tried this. I'm running on instructions here, so let's take a look and see what we got. Alright, so this is Deep Sky Stacker's website. The first thing you want to do is go here, and well, actually I had a problem with doing this, but I'm going to add this link here in the description for the video, and this has like the entire description here. It has the link to the Wineskin Winery. That's what it's called, Wineskin Winery. And it says the download for Deep Sky Stacker for Windows, but honestly, I had to go to Google and type in download Deep Sky Stacker, and where did I go? Right here is the 5th one down. It says download CNET. Okay, and the reason you're going to want to do that, the reason that you're going to want to do that is because of this. Okay, you got a setup executable file here, which the ones on Deep Sky Stacker's website doesn't have the setup.exe file in the folder. It's got deepskystacker.exe, which it's an upgrade, not the actual setup file. So this is what we want here. Okay, so I guess let's get started. When you open Wineskin Winery, you're going to have to go and update. So, you're probably going to have to do that. And you're going to click New Engines. The latest engine is 1.9.23. Click Download and Install. Once it does that, click on the engine that you want to use and create a new blank wrapper. Now, normally this will be blank, or just have some sample text. So you're going to want to go to deepskystacker.app. Click OK. It's going to build the wrapper for this now. Just wait. Finishing up configuration. This does take a minute or two to get everything in order. It just gets all the files ready to go and set up, and okay, it should be popping up here that the creation is finished. And this is just the beginning part. The actual app isn't done yet. This just creates the wrapper that you're going to put the app in. So once it finishes that, we'll get started on loading that. Okay, there we go. Alright, so you're going to want to click View, Wrapper, and Finder. Okay. You're going to want to... Okay. You're going to want to right-click this, Show Package Contents. You're going to see wineskin. Okay. Click that. Click Install Software. Choose Setup Executable. Alright. Go to your desktop or downloads or wherever you downloaded the Deep Sky Stacker and click Setup. And it should run us through the installation setup for Deep Sky Stacker. Here we go. Alright, so you're going to run through the regular setup like you would on Windows. Click Next, Next, Installs, Close. Alright. Now, once that finishes, please select which setup file, which executable files normally use Windows to start this program. That's correct. This is 3.2.2, I believe. And when you go in here, you can change your icon. Okay. So we're going to go to Tools, to Wine Tricks, and let's see, we're going to want to get alright, VC 205, I believe. Let me double check this before I tell you guys something wrong. Yeah, VC2 Run 205. Okay. That installs the runtime for Visual C into the wineskin. You got to have this for Deep Sky Stacker to run. So we're going to get VC 2005 Express. Check it. Run. Running. That here. This is a whenever you're working with stuff like this and you're trying to mesh two things that don't fit, it's going to take some time. So I'd suggest if you don't have patience, then don't even try this. Should be getting close here. Run this, set terms. I'm just going to go ahead real quick and drop my window just because I want you guys to be able to see what we're working with here. Stick this one behind that. Alright. Well, we got a full screen. I gotta see my ugly faces here, my lord. Even though this is tedious, I'm trying to go through pretty much everything you might have to go through. To tell you the truth, I haven't even actually gotten this installed on here yet, because I kind of wanted it to be a little more natural. I'll let that finish. Too much. Yeah, I'd used wine before. I used a different app called Wine Bottler, and some other programs I've used in the past. Because, you know, for a long time I was on PC, and I got acclimated with a lot of the programs that come with Windows or work on Windows. And, you know, I ended up getting rid of my PC. I got a hold of a MacBook. And, you know, Mac's good and all, but you know, obviously they're not compatible with each other. There's a lot of programs that are really nice that are on PC, but they don't make it for Mac. Alright, here we go. Let's see where this is going to take us. Windows version. I will show y'all guys, you don't have to go through all this. There's a guy here, he's already pre-packaged it, but I haven't tested that yet. But I just wanted to show y'all this stuff. So basically you can see how it can be done with other apps. I mean, basically any program that works for Windows that you want to use on Mac, you can put it in a wrapper in one of these wine programs and run it. So pretty much any application. I mean, not all of them are going to probably be compatible, but a large majority of them will be. So we're just waiting on this to finish getting the framework all together for the Visual C Plus, I guess, is what it's called. Because apparently that's what DSS was built in. So without it, it's not going to run. That's why we had an executable problem, I believe. Waiting on Juan to on his job. Close that. The next step, after running that, click through the Windows installer that appears, close Wine Tricks. Now let's do a test run. Hopefully this will work. Show us the money. see what happens here. Go ahead and try to run this thing. And if this doesn't work, then I'm probably just going to go ahead and we are not getting anything. What we'll do is try to set up DSS MSI. I think that'll be the one to shoot for in this one. We're going to delete that. Open one skin. Try this again. Try with this one. See how it do its thing again. And if this doesn't work, what I'll do is I'll start up this guy's pre-packaged one and see if it runs properly, and if so, then you can download it from there, and I'll include the links. And I'll try to make another video later on. This is, like I said, this is the first time I've used Wineskin Winery. Before this, I've used Wine Bottler, which I've never had any issues with. So we're going to try to see what we can do here. The wrapper and finder. Close this. Application can be opened. So we're going to have to. Okay, here we go. Alright, install software. Choose executable. MSI might work. Let's try that one. See if that works any better for us. There we go. Back to this. Blue Sky Stacker. Close. Now. Should be there. Go back. 3.2. Tools. Tricks. That was what DLL. Yep. Run that. Try again. There we go. just a tidbit of information here. This guy also has Registax already wrapped and pre-packaged to run on a Mac OS X. Because honestly, since I've been doing astrophotography, I have not been able to find a decent stacking program for Mac. So, you know, so far from what I've heard, DSS and Registax are pretty much the best ones you're going to have. And alright, looks like we're good on that. I guess we can do another test run. Let's just click no for right now. Oh, there we go. And there you have it, guys. It's Deep Sky Stacker, a Windows app. Let's pop me back in here. Alright, so we got Deep Sky Stacker running. And now that I have it running for Mac OS X, I'm going to probably try to make another video on how to use this, okay? So I just wanted to kind of go over how to do that and what all you have to do to get there. So now that we got that running, we've done our test run, now we should be able to close this. Look at the test logs. Yeah. So we're going to close this. Close that. Now, we go to Launchpad. There's Deep Sky Stacker. And oh, there we go. Yeah, so it does take a second to boot up, but there we go. We've got her running good here. So that's about it, guys. Appreciate y'all watching the video. If you have any questions or comments, leave them in the bottom for me here, down below. And that's about it, folks. Hope you enjoyed the video and learned something.